Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Boomy and today we are watching Are Parrots OP by TierZoo. Yes, this one was suggested by Eggs Benedict over here. And yeah, are they OP? I don't know. I haven't interacted with parrots too often. Well, I can probably count with the fingers on my hand how many times I've interacted with a parrot. Yeah, so I don't know how OP they are. Just based on the thumbnail, it looks like they are quite effective against certain builds. As someone who has been bitten by a parrot before, I can definitely attest how painful it is. Let's just see what TierZoo has in store for us on this one. So remember, if you like my reactions, don't forget to leave a like, let me know your thoughts on the video down in the comment section below, and consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to leave your suggestions on what I should check out next. That being said, let's go ahead and watch the video.
This video was made in partnership with CuriosityStream.
Oh yeah, also they're incredibly smart as well.
Despite starting out as a small, niche rogue build from within the dinosaur faction, the avian player base has diversified to an incredible degree. Given that dinosaurs had naturally high power stats, it's no surprise that some birds ended up opting for a DPS strategy. But what is surprising is how many bird players spec'd into high intelligence. The two leaders in this department are the corvids and the parrots, and while roughly equivalent in terms of their base intelligence
Incredibly
stat,
intelligent.
parrots are far better suited to the intelligence playstyle for several reasons. The parrot has a lot going for it, with several powerful abilities complementing its great base stats, so in this video I'll be going over all of the parrot's signature abilities in order to conclude where their overall place is in the meta. Let's begin with the parrot's stealth. Most parrot players deliberately chose an abysmal stealth level, instead opting for vibrant colors that make avoiding detection near impossible. Lacking camouflage may seem risky for a build with less than impressive defensive stats, and it's certainly not without its challenges. But what this does accomplish is granting the parrot a bonus to all intimidation attempts, as the vibrant colors can surprise and confuse opponents. This strategy is normally only used in builds that are dependent on poison.
I was about to say, in certain amphibians or like even reptiles, I think brighter colors usually indicate that they are poisonous.
For defense, so it's a bit unorthodox for a non-toxic build like the parrot to adopt this strategy. The reason this intimidation strategy was so effective was that it had another complementary ability, the Syrinx Shriek, one of the loudest, most powerful sonic type attacks in the game, with roughly the same volume as a gunshot. This can easily break the resolve of a nearby player, causing it to flee from battle. For defense, parrots don't really have much to talk about here. Their feathers do offer some protection from crush type damage, but this is pretty minimal.
Not much.
The fact that parrots have hollow bones means that crush type damage is actually super effective against them anyway. For mobility, I mean, there's the obvious, parrots are solid flyers. Now, of course, they aren't as agile as, say, goshawks or swallows, nor are they able to traverse entire oceans without resting, like the albatross. But flight is still flight, and because of this, they're able to evade just about any ground-based attack.
That's true.
So why is the parrot's mobility so high? Well, this is because they're also excellent climbers. Flight is usually difficult in dense forests and jungles.
The mobility points are probably more towards like agility and dexterity, because I think parrots are one of the few birds like corvids who utilize tools to their advantage.
As there's a lot of obstacles that a flying player needs to dodge constantly. But because of the parrot's zygodactyl claws, climbing through a dense jungle canopy is no problem, as they can grip onto most surfaces with ease. For their vitality stat, there's not much worth discussing except to mention that parrots have extremely long lifespans. For power, parrots rank surprisingly high, while not quite as devastating as the eagle's dagger-like
It's probably
talons
above
or
average.
falcon's razor-sharp beak. Parrots do still have a seriously powerful bite.
Yeah,
Most bird builds have a
I
beak
can attest to
optimized
that.
to stab-type damage, with the move Peck replacing the move Bite in their moveset. Pecking is faster, has less end lag, and is a better move in most cases. The beak of a parrot, in contrast, deals crush-type damage. While not as useful in PvP, this gives them the ability to crunch through tough items, like, for example, tree nuts, which are worth lots of experience if you can crack them. With that being said, Despite its low range, a
Oh,
parrot player can still deal serious damage with their bite
it took me a while what the brown stuff is. That's literally shit.
if they can land a hit. This is all well and good, but let's be real. Nobody is maining Parrot for its damage or arboreal movement bonuses.
Yeah.
The main draw of this build is its intelligence. So how good is the Parrot in the role of an intelligence build? Although intelligence is arguably the most powerful stat in the game, high intelligence alone does not a top tier make. A good build needs other useful features to make use of intelligence. The Parrot build has this in spades. What's so impressive about the Parrot is that all of its abilities have secondary effects that synergize extremely well with a high intelligence stat. For example, in addition to being able to deal some pretty serious sonic damage, the Parrot's Syrinx is also a highly versatile communication ability, being able to easily converse with other parrots over short and medium distances. This is invaluable for
What was
facilitating game
that?
strategies.
Oh, it's Lord of the Rings reference.
Like, for example, requesting reinforcements to help drive away an enemy player, with multiple simultaneous sonic attacks, or for warning allies of an aggressive enemy player. Parrots are extremely social, and because of their highly effective communication techniques, they can form some of the tightest bonds of any faction. In fact, because of how versatile their Syrinx is, they can even learn to communicate with other, non-parrot players, an ability few have unlocked. But it doesn't stop there. The parrot's flexible beak and zygodactyl grip, which primarily are useful for climbing, both have the secondary function of allowing the user to grab items or other players. This is actually one of the main reasons I consider parrots to be superior to corvids in terms of their ability to function as an intelligence build, as crows have a much harder time gripping things than parrots do. The reason this matters is that being able to pick up and manipulate objects in the environment is the main requirement for the top tier intelligence ability Tool Use. While there are plenty of builds with an intelligence stat high enough to allow
that is so
tools,
cool.
many of them lack the actual ability to do so. For example,
That is
pigs
so
and
cool.
dolphins. Parrots are one of the few builds with great general dexterity. Lastly, I want to bring up the parrot's vitality again, as a long lifespan is a trait that is most beneficial to intelligence builds. Parrots actually have one of the longest lifespans in the entire game, rivaling the elephant and trailing only humans, sharks, and builds that have the trait negligible
How many
senescence like
years?
jellyfish and clams. This means that parrot players have a long time to learn skills, both through independent practice and through the teaching of higher level players. This again sets them apart from corvids, who
Alright, so generally corvids is 10 to, looks like 10 to 25, let's say. Oh, it could even go down to 7. Ooh, parrots 95? Damn, that's a long while. I'll probably be dead for a couple of years before one of this hyacinth macaw dies. Yeah, so what TierZoo touched upon there, if you have high intelligence, then it leaves you with more capacity to learn, not just tool use, but other like survival techniques as well. Which is why having a higher lifespan is also beneficial because it gives you that chance to learn more to pass down to other, well, let's say the low level players. And also, I'm not sure how long the respawn point timers are for parrots, but even if it's just 2 or 3 times per lifespan, that's already enough, like enough offspring to offload your knowledge into, which is interesting.
unfortunately only have a fraction of a lifespan. The parrot build has been on the decline lately, as jungle servers get taken down and converted to farms, and as human players capture them in order to sell them to other human players who want to add them to their party. However, as with most top-tier intelligence builds, parrots are highly adaptable, and because of their unique skill set, many of them were able to escape captivity and establish entirely new player bases in several city servers. I consider this to be the hallmark of a top-tier build, to be best spec'd for gameplay in one environment, but able to cope with shifts in the meta and survive in an extremely different environment. To get a more in-depth look at the story of how the Parrot faction has adapted to spread across a range of different city servers, I recommend the documentary Planet Parrot.
Alright, here you go, guys. If you want to get Curiosity Stream for yourself, go ahead and visit curiositystream.com/TierZoo, and it also comes bundled with Nebula. Yeah, parrots. Parrots are really interesting. I have one friend who had a parrot before. That's the same parrot that bit me. Yeah, we teach it a couple of words. He also even knows how to open jars, mainly, well, mainly to get the nuts inside, because they kept around peanuts to feed him. Oh, well, no, I don't think that was his main source of food. I think they used it more as a snack. But yeah, in time, I think they said that it only took him like a month or two before he learned how to open the peanut jar. The intelligence builds are always, well, not always. When you pair intelligence with a long lifespan and being sociable, we're kind of seeing a pattern there as to those types of creatures usually are the ones to thrive the most. Interesting video as usual, but that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Link to my Twitter is down in the description below. Go to check it out if you want to. And if you're new here and enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on the video down in the comment section below and consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to leave your suggestions on what I should check out next. That being said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all next time. Bye!